I just want to try sucking cock.
ZTO Radio.
Stuff it in the bottom.
Cooked up, smoked up.
Stuff it in the bottom.
ZTO Radio.
Do it in the butt.
Gun control. You love your guns? You own any?
ZTO Radio.
I'm so into myself, I don't even pay attention.
ZTO Radio.
Motherfucker.
Get your nipples prepared.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. How dare you? Do you know how much it costs to run a helicopter? I know a little bit what I hear and then what I know, what I think, what I see. Think what I see. Say it up.
I have giant Caucasian balls.
How dare you?
Ready? Nipples, go.
Alcohol. Gun control. You love your guns? You own any? Alcohol. Who gives a fuck? It's a beautiful time of the year. Motherfucker. Stromboli. Always watch what the fuck you say.
This is Ray McGuff, and you're listening to Zombie Takeover Radio. Up next on ZTO Radio, it's Under the Combine. Yeah.
Heading over it every day.
All right, everybody, this is Frank once again, and I would like to introduce you to one of my favorite segments from the most recent Takeover podcast. If you haven't listened, which many people haven't, Josh got an eyebrow wax, and he evidently didn't know that you tip people for that kind of service. I thought this was just an interesting and funny segment to throw in the mix, so enjoy this segment from the Takeover podcast.
I'm not the world's most intelligent guy, but if she sneezed on me, it could cost me my life or Ebola. I'm pretty dumb, but I can't understand why they let her on the plane without a plan for Ebola.
Hey, you like these eyebrows?
You gotta, look at that.
Look
You
at
working
those.
them out.
What?
Shit.
Working them out?
You plucking them out? What are you doing?
I got them waxed today.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Listen.
Let's up in your game.
I got to up it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Hey, I like it.
It's a really hot chick, and I got to keep the level at it.
You should go and get like a professional shave and everything.
Well, this was the first time I got them waxed today, ever. You know, my eyebrows, I look like a fucking...
How much did that run you? What's the price tag on that?
I look like Caesar off Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. You hear me?
What's the price tag on that?
I think like $4.
Really? That's not bad. And that's all you got? You just got the $4 treatment? Did you tip? What's the tip?
Do I tip?
I think you do.
Solanus or whatever?
It's like a service. So
I would have.
I like next time. Because people get tips for haircuts and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm an asshole. I mean,
you didn't know.
She had to pluck hairs out of my fucking scalp or my face.
Toss her a couple.
Yeah. Yeah. That's horrible.
I would just give her $6.
It was even the holidays.
Right. Oh, man. You fucked up her holidays.
God. This woman had to pull hairs out of my face, and I didn't tip.
Well, you'll get her next time.
I will.
Yeah.
Double time.
You seem to enjoy it. You'll probably go back.
It was. I mean, it hurt.
Yeah, I would have liked to see that.
The middle didn't hurt so bad, but under the eyelids, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I bet. That's a rough spot.
I like it. Do they look clean?
They look clean. I like that term. Thanks.
No, I wanted to make sure. I was like, listen, you got males that come over here and do this whole thing, and I was a little hesitant.
No, I think a lot of guys do that.
I didn't want a pencil eyebrow. You hear me? Jesus, I'd look like Varian.
Yeah, well, you could just get rid of them completely and draw your own everyday new ones, different ones, different
zigzags.
designs. Yeah, zigzags one day, maybe like a curly Q or
maybe
just rainbows. Who knows what you want to feel like on any particular Sunday?
I bet I'd look nuts.
So here we are, ZTO Radio. I'm here with Scooter McGavin Kramer, and we're just chilling out. It's kind of late at night. We got a little nice breeze going, nice Ohio night.
Oh, yeah, I want to say hi to all those people out there in zombie takeover land.
Whoever may be listening to this. But, so how's things been going?
Oh, great. I'm still doing the trivia thing.
Right. We didn't get a chance to do it
Thursday.
At the live show.
Yeah.
We were going to do some trivia. We were going to do a live takeover episode, but it did not happen.
Would have been nice. Have a little horror trivia thrown in there, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, we were short on time, so we didn't get to do it. Gave more time for other acts, and it was a long day for everybody that was there, but I think it went over pretty well. I had a good time.
Oh, yeah. It was definitely a good time.
But, yeah, we're going to listen to some tunes tonight from local artists, and I hope that everyone supports local artists, original music for the most part. I mean, support the cover bands, I suppose, but really support the local artists, the people that are creating art. We're kind of stuck in an odd renaissance here in Ohio where there's a lot of people doing a lot of cool stuff. I hope everybody goes out and checks it out. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, don't assume because you're in Hollyweird that's where all the cool shit comes from, because it doesn't.
Yeah, it's drying up out there. Yeah. There's no water. They're losing water.
Yeah, and according to the movies, that place is about to fall off the planet.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I would assume so.
Movies never lie, and the San Andreas Fault is just
that is ridiculous.
One too many movies about it. It's
lately there's been so many stories about sinkholes or various odd earthquakes and strange things like that. It's kind of concerning. And I know, I'm just going to get on my soapbox here a little bit and say we should probably stop taking elements out of the earth. We've been doing it for so long just to make cars and tanks and machines of war.
Yeah, and I think you've made this point several times. There's 3 cars to every person, and maybe we don't need all this stuff. I've had one car for 10 years, and there's 270 million people, or 300 million probably by now in America, and there's enough cars for every person. Yeah. And I've made mine last 10 years, so
it's money, man. Money. It's so fun. It's so strange. our money is worth nothing. I mean, ultimately, it's just hopes and dreams. It's not worth anything. Open up Fort Knox. There's fucking nothing in there. There's a moth. It's just going to fly out. But everybody wants to make so much fucking money. That's why I see people slaving to the fucking bone, working at these factories, and they won't give them a fucking day off. They think they have a weekend off coming up, and then they fucking get overtime mandatoried, and it's fucking bullshit. It's all just to make more cups, more fucking things out of things that we should just probably leave alone. I don't know. We've got enough things, don't we? I have plenty of things.
I got plenty of things. There's a lot of things that are laying around other people's houses that I would love to have that they never use.
Exactly.
So I think we should have sort of an exchange thing going on, right?
Right.
I think you should have an open house and put little stickers on everything that you really don't give a fuck about, and then see if anybody else wants it.
You just have it like a swap.
Yeah.
Like everybody just swap things. I'm just so, it's so, like, everybody's so confounded by why all these sinkholes are happening. And, well, we're taking everything out of the earth. We're taking oil. I mean, and what's that do? It leaves a big recess in the earth that weakens the fucking surface.
Yeah, and apparently we're not very safe about it. We're just,
oh, no.
We're like, as long as we get it out of there.
As long as you can get that money, that fucking money, man.
Yeah.
And,
it's sad that you can't expect a capitalist system to benefit, the little man, or benefit anybody that doesn't want to make money.
Right. Yeah,
that's the American way. Is you got to step on the little guy.
It's
to
so
get
funny
get
to
ahead.
me that there's like this alternative currency going on with the bitcoins. Have you heard about that?
Yeah. I thought about getting in on the ground level.
You might want to, because I heard there's like even a police officer. I forget what state it is. He gets paid in bitcoins. He's worked it out to where he gets bitcoins on. That's his paycheck. And I know that I heard a story about a guy that, back at the beginning of bitcoins, back in 2006, 2007, when it was just like a flash in the pan idea. Mm-hmm. Somebody had paid another person like $1 million something in bitcoins to send them a pizza, but not realizing that bitcoins would be like fucking actual considered currency, possibly.
Yeah.
Now that person that has those $1 million bitcoins has like more than $1 million worth of bitcoins. It's insane. Or pretty soon we'll just be using shells, or like we won't have dollars anymore. We'll be carrying around like coin purses or some weird shit. Credits.
Yeah,
credits.
Well, the credits thing, that's appeared in many old sci-fi movie.
Right.
Where through some chip in your body, in your arm, that
yeah, exactly.
Just, it has your whatever money you have, it's on there. If you don't have anything, you don't have anything on there.
And you get charged for swearing, like in Demolition Man.
Yeah. I just watched that recently, as a matter of fact.
That is a really good movie.
How does the 3 shells thing work?
Well, I'm assuming that the first one is just, it just takes that many shells to wipe clean. God, can you imagine that, though? Scraping a shell across your most delicate of orifice.
Oh, well, I thought there was something more to it than that.
Oh, maybe there is. I don't know.
Like one opens up and these little cleaning bots come out. And
yeah, right.
clean your butthole.
Oh, clean your butthole.
Yeah.
Speaking of buttholes, let's go ahead and take a little transition here into a clip from the HumanCentiPod podcast, which if you missed them live at our event, you missed a good show. It's
very funny.
It will be posted soon to our various Bandcamp pages, YouTube pages. We do have full video of the entire episode. That will be coming out soon, but check out this clip right now.
I have pooped my bed.
Ooh.
I mean, we're
Wait,
not talking
this
like
weekend?
we're not talking about log
Wait,
poop.
you shit your bed this weekend?
I was in the middle of sleep and thought my fart would be sustainable, and I pooped the bed.
Oh, you trusted a sick fart?
I trusted. I've never been sick, so I didn't know that I couldn't trust it. So I woke up to 2 gross poop stains.
Oh, wait. You mean to tell me that when you shit farted yourself, you didn't wake up to that? Like, you rolled around in that shit in your bed?
I was dreaming of a Chinese invasion, I swear. I was dreaming of China flying in to the United States, and it was a graphic, very detailed dream, and I had the information to stop everything. Yeah, and then I just remember... Oh, I got to fart a little bit, and I did, and I didn't feel anything. But when I woke up to just catastrophe.
You were having a very vivid dream and real-life experience all at once.
Yeah, and I pooped on my couch.
What? The couch I'm sitting on?
No, not this couch, Jen. The other couch.
God, Jesus.
I pooped. I stood up to wipe my ass, and poop just dribbled out and dribbled on the floor.
I'm actually becoming more concerned that you're not feeling any better after all these stories. You have been peeing out your butthole all weekend.
Yeah, but I ate some rice yesterday. That was good.
Oh my God, that's awful. Okay, what else have you done that's just absolutely disgusting? Because everyone, like, when they're sick, just does gross stuff. So, I mean, I think shitting the bed is actually... pretty legit.
I never thought that I'd say I shit the bed. I didn't think that was possible, but I can say
apparently shit it twice.
I shit it twice. There were two giant brown soakings.
Ooh.
And what was worse is it soaked through the mattress. Yeah, that was...
You don't have a mattress protector?
I don't have a mattress protector.
So you have shit soaked into your mattress as we speak?
No, because I bought things and scrubbed it out, and I used bleach on it.
There's still poop in there.
Yeah, probably,
There's still poop.
I thought I tried to flip it over just to forget about
the mattress.
You can't.
Why not?
Because the other side's just flat.
Oh, is it a pillow top?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So,
well, I mean, I'm not half as gross as you, but I have been sick with a cold. As soon as the temperature dips below like 30, I have an inevitable runny nose that will not go away until it's like August.
Cry me a river.
I know, poor me, right? At least I'm not pissing out my asshole. But like when I'm sick, I do gross shit too, man. Like, I think I told you about this earlier today. If I have a runny nose and I don't have a tissue on me, I will blow my nose in like my cheap $1 mitten, turn it inside out, and throw them away. Because
oh my God, that's disgusting. You're like a barbarian.
That is not a barbarian. Oh, listen to that honk. Good one. Proud of you. Do you want to borrow my mitten? It's a lot softer than that tissue.
This tissue's pretty fucking soft.
I don't know, man. And, I mean, I think I just kind of blow my nose on things that I shouldn't.
Yeah. Have you ever blown your nose on a dick?
Never on a dick.
Have you ever used a scrotum to blow your nose?
No.
That'd be a good tissue, though, if you think about it.
I've had plenty of snot rockets, so maybe like I shot a booger on a dick. Never like.
Have you ever given a guy head and you're like, you have a cold, so you got a runny nose? Or like, have you ever had to wipe your nose?
God.
Not too.
Oh God, that would be awful.
You just got boogers running all over it.
Oh man,
running over your top lip onto the shaft, and then you just lick it back up.
I wouldn't be able to give a proper blowjob because I'd have to be mouth breathing the whole time.
Oh my God. What's wrong, baby?
He would have thought I was really into it, but really, I'm like choking. I can't breathe.
I'm sorry, baby. I have a cold. I'm sorry.
And then I blow my nose in his underwear and call it a day.
Oh my God. Oh shit! Have you ever sneezed while giving a blowjob though?
No, but I've sneezed during sex, and that's always uncomfortable.
Oh, I hate it when you. Now, I've done this at work numerous times, but I hate it when I sneeze and a giant snot rocket lands somewhere on my body, or even worse, where you can't find it.
Yeah, it's like, where'd that booger go? I know something came out of me. Where is it?
Smears across your arm.
I hate that.
And there's people that are just like, they didn't see it. So it's. I always feel it's this mission. So when that snot rocket just launches and it's on your arm, you caught it with your sleeve. Now it's how do I inconspicuously get
Wipe this booger.
Giant
Yeah.
loogie off of my fucking
and it's
arm.
on you somewhere. The worst is like if it's on your chest. Like you sneeze on your shirt. You're like, oh man.
Oh god,
that's awful. Like, and it's shit like that I'm like, my body's a dick, man. Like, only me. I never see a whole lot of people embarrass themselves as much as I do because, like I said, I always have a runny nose. So I feel like
you better go and catch it.
Hey.
Running nose.
I feel the likelihood of me having a booger is 10 times higher than anyone else.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
Whoa! That's inappropriate. But yeah, so that's pretty awful. So there's that.
You go on a date and you see someone with a giant booger in their nose. It always makes you think less of them, even though you know it's not their fault.
Yeah, and like for me, like I try to check my nose as often as possible. I'm pretty sure there's boogers in there right now. One check. Are there boogers? I feel.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh, it looks like an alien, like a Martian.
I have so many boogers,
Martian.
and that further makes me upset that society thinks it's weird for me to pick my nose. I know there's boogers in there. Let me get them out.
Yeah, but I think that they want you to use a Kleenex, but I agree with you. I mean, I try to pick my nose when no one's looking.
I pick my nose at least 7 times a day.
Like, there's a couple different kinds of boogers. There's the booger where it's, like, super sticky and gooey,
yeah.
and like, it doesn't go anywhere. You can't flick it off.
4 flicks. It's on your fingernail, and you're like, come on, come on.
It's on your finger. You flick it off with your middle finger, and it's on your fingernail.
And then it goes to your middle finger. Yeah.
Oh, it's so annoying. And then you have to wipe it
You
somewhere.
gotta smear it.
Yep. And then the ones that are, like, fucking cannonballs. Rock hard, fucking,
the
like...
kind that, like, if someone pinches your nose, you feel it stab the inside of your nose.
Oh, yeah, it's like, it's awful. Stabby, stabby, stab, stab, stab.
Oh, that's the worst. Like when it's real dry, when the air's dry.
But it's like, why do I need to waste a perfectly good Kleenex for something I can just go, meep,
yeah,
and it's
just
gone.
Pick it out, flick it, and go on with your way, man.
I ate a booger a couple months ago.
You're lying to me because you literally just told me before we started this podcast that you ate a booger like weeks ago.
Well, I said a couple months ago.
Oh,
I said a couple months ago.
Was it delicious? Was it what you hoped for?
It was salty. It was salty. There was nowhere to put it. There was nowhere to put it but my mouth.
I was gonna say, you're 28 years old. Why did you decide to eat a booger?
I don't really have an answer for that.
You just were like, fuck it. You used to do
I
this
did
all
it
the
when
time.
I did it when I was a kid. A lot.
Okay.
I did it.
All right.
I did it. I'll say
Listen,
it.
I'm not judging.
I'm curious as to how many people out there actively do it, though.
Eat their boogers? Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Do you?
For the belch. No, I don't eat my boogers. I pick them all the time. I'm constantly picking my nose, but I don't eat them. I just pick and flick, and I move on with my life.
High sodium.
I actually came up with a really great idea. I'll tell you guys about this. I snowboard, so when you're out in the cold and you're doing something active, nose runs like crazy. So I came up with this idea. Uh-oh.
Be right back.
Uh-oh. Ryan's got a shit. All right, so we're back. We had to take a temporary break for Ryan, too. What'd you do in there? Did you puke? Did you shit?
I wouldn't call it shit. I'd call it letting the water out of my butt.
Ooh, God.
Ugh.
Well, back to my idea. I'll be real quick about it.
Yeah, sorry.
So...
Hated to cut you off.
It's all right. I understand. When you got to shit, you got to shit. But... your nose is always running. You don't want to pull out a tissue when you're out, like, doing whatever. And this isn't just for, like, winter sports. This is, like, shoveling the driveway or whatever. Came up with an idea. It's like a fleece finger condom. And it's called a snot finger.
A snot finger?
Yeah. It's not your finger. It's snot finger.
Snot finger?
It's snot finger.
Snot your finger.
And you just use that to wipe all the boogers out of your nose. And they're, like, disposable. And they come in different size, like Ultra, Magnums, Pinky.
So you throw this on your finger,
yeah,
and then you can throw it away. It's like a tissue for your finger.
Exactly, it's like an absorbent fleece finger condom that you can use to pick your nose, or you can blow your nose on your finger, and then you just pull it off when you're done.
I mean, call me a weirdo, but I feel like you're the only person that does that. I don't know anybody else.
You mean to tell me you've never seen someone wipe their nose like on their sleeve?
I mean, I have.
And you mean to tell me you've never blown your nose on a tissue and then wiped your ass with that same tissue? Don't act like I'm the only one who does that.
Wait, you put boogers in a Kleenex and then wipe your ass with
I'll
that?
blow my nose and then I'll fold it over, and if I know I'm on my last roll of toilet paper, I can't spare a square. Like Elaine said, I can't spare a square. And if the booger is trapped in there, it's fine, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I'm not gonna let you make me feel bad. You shit your bed twice this weekend.
I did.
I've never shit a bed.
Yeah, I don't have any defense.
Okay. So
I was sick.
Yes, I might have a snotty asshole, and that's okay.
Yeah, that is still really gross.
Thank you.
Boogie on your tushy.
How did the tissue... What's that stupid joke that you tell me all the time?
How do you make the tissue dance?
You put a little boogie in it. Maybe that's why my dance moves are so good. I have all sorts of snot in my ass.
Oh, snot in your ass.
Yeah. You put a little boogie in it. You put a little boogie in it.
Oh, let's see if this inspires anything.
I've been down on the river. I've been down on the river. I've been down on the river. Think about all that time I came around. Think about all them times I on the river.
Kathmandu.
I think if we coordinated this, would be really good.
Yeah, we could do something.
Down on the river crying out. Gonna hear my baby crying out. Gonna hear my baby crying out. Gonna tell her I don't wanna go down on the river. I said down on the river. I said down on the river. I'm going down, 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 down.
We're going down on the river.
Down, we are going down on the river.
That's what this inspires.
Yeah, it makes me think I should be paddling down a little creek.
Yeah. Like you're in a little boat, and maybe you stick your feet in the water over the sides every once in a while, just floating down the river.
Yeah. Let the current carry me around down the river.
Yeah, it feels like you're taking a boat ride with Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Like things are.
Got Kurt Russell on my boat today.
Got Kurt Russell on my boat today.
Damn it, we're gonna get rotating. That would be great.
Hell yeah! Got Kurt Russell on my boat. That's the name of this episode. Frank again, right here on ZTO Radio. If you missed it, Mississippi Bones made a brief appearance on the Groamy Show. Here's a little bit of that interview. And keep your eyes out for their new album, Songs for the Rejects, Slackers, and Rabble Rousers. Rabble Rousers? Rebel Rousers. Rabble Rousers? Anyways, here's Mississippi Bones on the Groamy Show, right here on ZTO Radio.
Now I remember when the break came, and it swept like wildfire through the cities and the towns. And you know it left me.
And we're back on the Groamy Show right here on ZTOTV. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, Thompson Rubbin just sitting here with me. Trevor couldn't make it, so, you know. Today's episode, we've got the guys from Mississippi Bones in here joining us. Known some of them for a long time, and you guys make some great music. We're here to talk about that, but first, we'll go down the line, introduce yourselves here.
Jared.
And also, what does Jared do in the band?
I sing.
Not well.
And to your right.
Dusty.
What do you do?
Rock.
Jason,
I provide the fat low end.
Heather. I also sing not well.
I'm Derek, I play guitar, and I'm the only serious one in the band.
Which in itself is funny. Derek also has a side gig too. Derek does some stand-up comedy around the area.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, Derek thinks he's a funny guy.
And we're missing our drummer today, Jason.
Yes.
So, hi, Jason.
I don't necessarily think you have to put your lips in the microphone when you talk, man.
I feel like you can hear me.
It's coming from a singer. He doesn't know how
he
to
has to
put a
lean
mic.
into it. That's what they all do.
Yeah,
He's got to have a mic at all times.
That's why all your vocals sound mush mouth on the record, because you deep throat the microphone, man.
I feel you need to hear me.
Anyway, so how'd you guys all get together? We'll start there.
Started me and Dusty. It's this third time we got together. I played drums, he played guitar. We had no vocals, did some songs, and stopped, and then got together to record a couple songs where I was singing, and I was awful.
Yeah,
it was so terrible. We quit in the middle of tracking one song and just said, no, we're not doing this at all. And I always do stuff with Josh over at the Zombie Takeover Studios, and we'd tracked a couple more CDs, stuff I'd been singing on, backups, felt stronger about it, so I popped in with Dusty one day and said, let's do some rock, and it just kind of went from there, I think.
Yeah, because on the first two albums, you've got a third one coming out.
Yeah, the first sometime. It's half mixed, covers half done, but it's actually moving this time.
That's the subject. We won't talk about that too much, all right?
But yeah,
the first two albums, it was primarily just you two guys?
It was really just us two. The whole first album actually came together on a whim when we decided to start doing it. Josh heard some of it, said, come track. And there wasn't even many back and forth between me and Dusty. He'd just send me songs. I'd write vocals. We kind of went in separate, and we're surprised because it came out good.
Yeah.
We're like, and it kind of came out like...
You might have been surprised.
Classic.
It was kind of a shit. If just fucking around came out this good, we should try to make a... Try harder and see how good. And that's when Tracks came up, and Tracks was pretty much all us too. We had some guest appearances. Alan Morris on harmonica, Kira did some vocals on it. Kira Robinson, and
Much mouth strikes again.
Bill Mancuso came in on organ on Dungeon Hustle. So, but
that dude's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, everybody on Tracks really did a great job. But we kind of made the 2 CDs, and people kept saying you guys should play out, and we're like, well, there's only 2 of us, and so
so enters.
Yeah, we got into where we said, fuck it, let's do a couple shows, and we got some guys together, and one by one they all dropped out. And as they dropped out, I think
stars, is that what it couldn't the rock? Yeah.
Well, just time constraints, and so one by one, like I think the guitar player dropped out first, and we called Fish, and bass player dropped out next, and Jason had just been moving back from Arizona, and it was actually before he dropped out. I'd been talking to Jason, and he'd said, when your bass player quits, give me a call. So as soon as... So that happened, and we got a hold of him, and we played a couple shows with us and the original person we had playing drums, Eric, and...
I think we played 2 shows.
Yeah, and... Then Kira had dropped out. Yeah, Meidiger.
Yeah.
And Kira had dropped out, and we were kind of at a spot when Kira dropped out. Was like, do we want to try to find another female backup singer, or just move on with these handful of songs? And so I called Heather, and she's never really done anything like this before, but it just worked out well. And,
but several of the people in the band have a musical history.
Yes, and then when Meidiger, one by one, I've been in bands with Fish, Jason, and then our drummer Jason since I was
Enemy of Mine.
Yeah, we were Enemy of Mine and Drayton Sawyer.
Right.
And
I found a Drayton Sawyer as I'm going through boxes in the move. It's that's a collector's item right there.
As people were dropping out, we were just replacing them with old Enemy of Mine, Drayton Sawyer people. But Meidiger was the last one to quit, and Miller I don't even think he'd really played drums in quite a few years.
7 years, yeah. And he didn't even have a drum set.
Yeah, and it had just calling Drayton Sawyer Enemy of Mine people had worked out so well. When Meidiger quit, we're like, well, he doesn't play anymore and doesn't have a set, but let's go ahead and try it out. And it works great.
The funny thing about Jason too is the fact that he hadn't had a drum set for 7 years, and got his kit ordered, and it showed up like 2 days before our first practice, and he said that he'd learned all the old songs by tapping them on the steering wheel of his car as he was driving to work. He tells us this at our first practice, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is going to be a nightmare.
It was the best we'd sounded.
Yeah. We played Swamp Lady, and he played that better than I think we'd probably played it in 2 years.
Yeah, and that was really like that for everybody. I mean,
learned it on his car steering wheel.
Radar had like a 2-week notice, and he had showed up and had 7-8 songs down on bass, sounded better than we had. Fish had like a week or 2 notice, and when Fish came in, he knew all of the first album and tracks of all the songs. He knew more than what anyone who had been there for the first couple months knew.
What it sounds like to me is you guys write some simple shit.
Yes.
That's a joke.
We do write simple shit, but we do that so simple guys like you can understand.
Nice. I'll take that.
But yeah, and of course my brother was still in the band when we first had this lineup, and he quit right before he was supposed to start tracking, which probably worked out for the best. But yeah, our first show with this lineup was last August.
Yeah.
And it was the best show we'd played. I mean, people had like Jason had a month to prepare, and we were throwing new songs in and out constantly, and everybody it sounded great. So we're talking about writing new songs.
Yeah,
and
I mean, the show in Little Mexico I came out to, I mean, that was, it was great.
And I mean, I think it's that much better when you hear the new album too, because the first album's me and Dusty, but everybody really brings a lot of life.
Wait, and if I'm not mistaken, you guys played with Tom's old band, didn't you? When they're a Desperado show?
Yeah, that was our first show.
That was their first show. And actually, I remember going back to about 2002 when I was in the Full Blood Hooligans, and there was a Mississippi Bones just it just did music. There's no lyrics or anything with Dusty and
That's
other guys.
That's when I played drums.
You played drums, yes. Yeah, we're going on a way back time machine. No words to it.
No.
And they
You know what's funny about that show was at Harry's Hideaway.
Harry's Hideaway, yes.
And there was a microphone on stage, and every time you go up to try to talk it would shock the hell out of your lips. And that place burnt down that night. And so, back in Ada the next day, word started filtering back that Harry's Hideaway burnt down the night before.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a surprise to me because I said, well, we rocked there last night. Yes, it burned down.
Burned it down.
Tore the house down.
Damn right it did.
We played with the female band there one time, all female band. She came up to the stage, and we were on before that, and we spilled beer everywhere. So she was barefoot with her guitar in the water. She went to touch the microphone and about shot her back about 5 feet. Oh, sweetie, you might want to put shoes on.
God, that place was a dump.
Yeah. And then, Donnelly, you go back to DFE.
Huh? I was never in that band.
Yeah, okay, all right, that's fine. Yeah.
He looks a lot like that.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Those are fun days. You got to admit it.
Yeah, man.
Those are fun.
That was
DFE, Rusty Nail, the quiz, the fast ones.
What'd you do in DFE?
Yeah.
What did I do in DFE?
Yes.
I rocked.
That's right.
I think that's where you put the quotation mark singer.
Right.
Yeah.
I was a singer.
I talked aggressively.
But you guys got finally wrapping up the new album.
Yes, it was all tracked, and it's been rough. There was, it's DIY, so you run into money troubles, you run into scheduling troubles, and we've hit every possible one since January. But we wrapped up tracking late July, and then Josh had some things and had to stop on the album for a while, which it was rough, but you do what. But he picked it back up here beginning of October.
Yeah.
And he's knocked out half the album so far. The other half should be done early December. Cover art is looking roughly around that time too. So it's just, we should have everything.
Perfect Christmas gift.
We should have
right there.
We should have everything to start getting duplications sometime in December, and it's really how quick that process goes if it's out before the new year or after.
Yeah. And then we plan to do a record release listening party sometime very soon after the first of the year.
And then live shows?
Springish.
Yeah.
Summer. Yeah, we haven't lined them up. We have learned through this last ordeal of the last year, we have learned that to have everything set before we start moving on to the next, because there was a lot of stuff set up for this fall and irons in the fire, and when the album dropped through, everything drops through. So
right.
So we're hitting it one at a time. Get the album done, get the album in our hands, figure out when we're going to start playing, and then start one at a time.
Well, that's fine. And I love to put you on the spot. Record Store Day is coming up. And
spring.
April would be a cool time to have a Bones show here for Record Store Day.
Springtime is when we're talking. So we've that's been bounced around.
Yeah.
What's the date on Record Store Day again?
Third Saturday in April. I don't know, whatever the third Saturday is.
That's like the 18th or something.
18th,
like that,
19th.
probably.
Everybody else thinks it's 420. Not this. It just happens to fall sometimes on that day. And we're going to take a little break here.
MississippiBones.bandcamp.com. Yeah, I call streams in bells on banjos. I swam through a river of bad vibes. I'm just to save your ass, and I'm a reason that you're alive. So don't send me down a crazy river every time I spect a vapor apparition or demigod come knocking at your door. I'd go by Dodge these days if you pleasing I'm a man almost the stage, and not a matter that you respect and dignity, a man of my stature to love. Yeah, I call streams in bells on banjos. I swam through a river of bad vibes. I'm just to save your ass, and I'm a reason that you're alive. So don't send me down a crazy river every time I spect a vapor apparition or demigod come knocking at your door. And if you talk to Zulu, tell him there's gonna be a no-show. We're gonna get letters from the hit house on album. Yeah, I'm coming to the end of the world. That's a fact. Famine, bang, unpredictable weather. Dogs and cats still living together. And then the dead are gonna rise up. Who you gonna talk to then? And then the dead are gonna rise up. Who you gonna talk to then? Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Taking my soul with me to liberty, and with a death and no Jackie Wilson, getting out of that psychokinetic group. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 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 Yeah, people wanna find out I mean business this time. Send his ass back to the car, page your mom's right to his mama. Yeah, I crossed streams in parallel, gone and Charles. I swam through a river of bad vibes. Oh, just to save your ass, and I'm a reason that you're alive. So don't sail me down a crazy river. Every time I spit a vapor, apparition or Jimmy guy from knocking at your door.
Recently, I saw a video of a man with autism who was drunk, and it was the same kind of situation, like where they have those security cameras in the entrance of the police station.
Yeah.
Well, they had this guy take his sweatshirt off. It honestly looked like they had him in some sort of straitjacket when they brought him into the station.
Oh.
But they had him take his sweatshirt off, and then he was just in a t-shirt. And this guy's autistic, but he's also drunk. So he's like patting the cops on the shoulders and giving them finger guns and stuff like that. He's like just, he's not all there.
Yeah.
And this guy, he gets down to the last cop in the line, gives him a finger gun and pats him on the shoulder. The guy slaps his hand away and then like tackles him, like straight up tackles him against the wall and then slams him down. And the dude died. So I'm wondering when the riot's going to be for that guy.
Jesus.
The thing is, I don't think it'll happen.
Oh, man.
There won't be the reaction like there was with the other dude. That's the fucked up thing. But I mean, regardless, cops are going.
Why? Because they didn't know. They said, "Well, we didn't know they had this problem ahead of time."
Yeah.
But they can't really make excuses for when it's a black person that.
The funniest,
there's nothing they can't say. I didn't know he was black.
See, there was actually. Do you remember that case that was in this town with the police violence? What was his name? Tim Caudell?
No.
Well, he's a drunk guy all the time. You'll see him around town just drunk. And I mean, beyond belief. But the cops have probably dealt with this guy so many times that they're like, all right, Tim, whatever. But what he had done was he went out to the Mexican restaurant and he pulled out a steak knife and he was like wielding it and scaring families, and the cops arrested him and took him down to the police station. And what happened was they kind of tried to get him to, like when you'll like try to get somebody to stand up straight and you'll like kind of straighten their legs out.
Yeah.
Well, he fell down and like cracked his head on the wall because he was hammered. And then they had this candlelight vigil and all this shit, and they were like, police violence, and I'm like, bullshit, motherfucker. They had video of it and everything, and then I had to. They were posting it all over the internet, and I was counteracting it with showing actual police violence where like a chick gets kicked in the chest, like for just being drunk and throwing a shoe at a cop. She gets like hammered in the chest with a foot. I was counteracting this whole thing. I'm like, that's not really police violence. It's more like a drunk guy falling down and cracking his head open, and you guys pinning it on the cops.
Yeah.
So, this candlelit vigil and everything. The guy was in the hospital for a while. The funny thing is, the dude still walks around town drunk. Like that's like you'll see him. There's no remorse. He doesn't give a fuck. He'll probably pull a knife out at the next family get together. But yeah, it's so interesting. police violence and all that. I'm glad I don't live in Baltimore. That's all I can say.
Or any major city like that, for that matter.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with... I told my boss at work, I said the first time a fucking brick comes through that window is the last time you'll see me. I'm not sticking around. But we should probably play a little bit more music here since we're here. Let's go ahead and listen to some Echoes of Empathy. They're heavy metal. Let's throw it in the mix. From sultry to whatever, savage. We cover it all here. Local music from acoustic acts to the heaviest of metal. Enjoy Echoes of Empathy.
Listen, damn it to hell. This is Ray McGuff. You can edit this one. This is Ray McGuff. Hold on. This is Ray McGuff, and you're listening to ZTOTV Radio. Wow, that's weird. You should be watching the TV part of it. But anyways, I get all my sports information from one source, and that's Dr. B. Listen up. Listen to what he's got to say. ZTO Radio. Dig it. Ray McGuff.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
There's a lot of news on sports and shit, and a lot of people are angry. We don't have it. So I thought, what better yet? Let's bring in an expert.
Oh God.
On some sports, and let's I'm going to call this episode or this segment Dr. B, the Mad World of Sports. You hear me?
What the?
So we'll see here.
Who's Dr. B?
Well, we'll find out here.
jump to his knees with these emails.
Yeah, I'm tired of the slack here. Hopefully Dr. B's here. He might be out in the field.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. B.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. How are we doing here?
Okay.
All right. You're live on ZTOTV podcast, and we Dr. B, we've realized that we have no sports on here. Nobody talks about it, so I thought we'd bring in an expert and talk a little bit about some sporting things. What do you say, Dr. B? Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Nice. So how are we doing tonight, Dr. B?
Doing good.
Pretty good. So what are we looking at first here? LeBron comes home to Cleveland, right, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
It's a good thing if people can forgive them for leaving for Miami and coming back.
Yeah, I mean,
expert.
Yeah, it's going to help a lot, for Cleveland. It's crazy that Cleveland is open art. Has that ever happened in NBA anywhere, Dr. B?
I don't think so.
Listen a little here.
Dr. B. I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, Dr. B, yeah.
I don't think it happened anywhere else in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think it's, it's weird. That's the last thing I would have thought about is he came back to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think about let's move on with that. That is anyways, what do you think about the Ohio State band director getting caught with a little diddling on the? What do you think, Dr. B, was a male or female he was diddling?
You never know. It could be both. You would think with somebody who, is, a high professional,
anyways, I think hopefully he was female anyways, you know what I'm saying? Because,
I
don't know about that Sandusky shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want any of that. That's out of line. But anyways, they fired him and let him go, so they're going to need a new band director.
Yeah, they're going to need one.
Sorry, my co-host's a little weird here. But anyways, anything else going on in the sports world today, Dr. B?
Well, you got the Browns. They're in training camp. You got the Johnny Manziel thing. Yeah, he wants to party and everything when not playing football, but
that's true. But the Browns got to pull it out. You know what I'm saying? They can't be worrying about the Bernie Kosar days and the fucking, you know what I'm saying, about the Icky Woods days. I think he actually played for the Bengals. But anyways, the Browns got to pull it together. They're going to do something this year. You hear me? I'm tired of waiting on it. I want a good team. You know what I'm saying, Dr. B?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I know people in Cleveland, they want a championship now, it doesn't happen this year. It'll probably never happen.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's just got to happen, and I can't wait. But Dr. B, thank you for updating on the sports and what's going on in that world. We appreciate it, sir. You have a good night, and may the sports be with you.
Okay, you too.
Have a good day. So yeah, and you know that's
what the fuck is that?
What the fuck are you talking about, sir? That's That's Dr. B's Mad World of Sports. Sometimes we never talk about sports. I'll bring an expert in to talk about it a little bit. We'll spread the word. That's what it's about, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
What is your problem, sir? I can't be having you crying through Dr. B's.
Well, come on now.
Sometimes it's a little hard to understand. I can't have you, cackling through the whole thing. But the guy knows his shit, so we got to go with the experts around here.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Hey, ho, ha, ho. Hula, 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 the boola, boola, boola. Look who's got the front seats of the Mexican hat dance now. Just like a bunch of spiders in a birthday cake.
I got something in my teeth. Can you get it out for me? That's fucking teamwork. What's your favorite position? That's cool with me. It's not my favorite, but I'll do it for you. What's your favorite dish? I don't know, but I'm gonna order it from Zanzibar. Sometime I don't know. Then I'm gonna love you discreetly. And then I'll fucking ball you can be. Is somebody booing? I'll fucking murder your families.
This is Ray McGuff, and you're listening to ZTO Radio. Up next, check out a segment from the True Stories We Just Made Up podcast featuring myself and JT Farva. This episode had to deal with me meeting a famous country music star. Stay tuned. I went over to the hardware store to get some WD-40 for my doors. My car doors I thought they were broken. Turns out they just needed WD-40 sprayed on them. And I'm in the hardware store, and I hear this little old man in the next aisle over, and he's saying things like this: thermostats, lug nuts, ball bearings. So I walk around. I go, sir, I don't work here, but do you need any help? And I'm holding my can of WD-40, and he goes, I need WD-40. And I went, oh, well, shit. Well, here, take mine, man. I was like, it was way on the other side. I'll go grab another one. He's like, oh, thank you so much. And then he took it in his hand, and then he started to follow me around. And I was like, hey, you're done now, right? You don't need anything else. He's like, I don't know. There might be other things I need. Can you help me? And I was like, sure. So we went down another aisle, and we're walking down, and I'm looking at stuff, and I go, how about windshield wiper blades? And he goes, windshield wiper blades. And I went, all right. So we just kept walking, and I'm like, how about brake pads? Brake pads. Brake pads. And I went, it sounds like you're a singer. You carry a tune. You ever sung any songs? He goes, I sing country music. Turns out, I'm in the presence of greatness, country music greatness. Kenny Chesney.
Kenny Chesney?
Kenny Chesney's there.
Gotcha.
And what he was doing was he was trying to write a new country song. And after we were all done, I realized it was like brake pads, windshield wiper blades, ball bearings. These are the things I need for my truck. Now it could have just been an old hillbilly, but he said his name was Kenny Chesney.
That's nice.
He was magical. He smelled he kind of smelled like turpentine, fucking old style skull, and what I can only describe as a form of body odor that you get if your body's literally eating its own self.
Gotcha.
But, so look out for that.
What the fuck is classic skull?
Well, it's the original. It just smells like, like your mouth's rotting.
Ah.
Yeah.
But
be on the lookout for that new Kenny Chesney song. Brake pads, windshield wipers, ball bearings. These are the things I need for my truck.
Sounds like a Chevy commercial too. I don't know. They're probably going to sell that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a winner. I'm glad I got to write. I helped write a song. Maybe I'll get a writing credit. I don't know.
Right.
So that may or may not happen.
It may or may not happen. That may be a story you made up.
It may be a story I just made up.
That was pretty nice, though. It was classy.
Thank you.
And who doesn't want to meet Kenny Chesney at a hardware store?
Hey, I didn't even know who they was. I had to Google him. He looked a little different, like I said, but
right.
Yeah.
I really don't have a second story, but I have a rant. I'd like to just rant at this point.
Do it. Let's see what time we got. Yeah, go. You got 3 minutes.
I was reading online of foods that fucking Europe hates when they come over here.
That Europe hates?
Europe, just Europe in general. Let's all just make it all one big thing.
All right.
Let's just say foreigners. Except for Mexicans, they love that. Whatever we do, they love it. We got the stuff for them, but they had some stuff on there that really bothered me, and I'm going to go over it. I'm just going to go over a couple that I really pissed me off.
Okay.
Okay. Number one, Hershey's chocolate. They said it tasted like dust.
How can you hate Hershey's chocolate?
How can you fucking hate Hershey's chocolate?
Yeah.
That's fucking communism.
That is.
Like they like Great Big League Chew, fucking communists. That's how you can tell a communist. If you ask them if they like Great Big League Chew and they say yes, you're a fucking communist.
What if they say 9?
9? Well, you're probably German and you're probably trying to kill a Jew.
50-50, right?
50-50. Bacon. They said bacon was one because it's thinly sliced.
Like what? Whole sides of pork?
Whole sides of pork. So then I read this other one. It says biscuits and gravy.
How the fuck do you hate biscuits and gravy?
How the fuck do you hate biscuits? No, not only that. And then they do the description of why they hate it. He said, because I asked the waiter, not that it tasted bad, not that I asked the waiter and they go, so what's in these biscuits and gravy you're serving me? They go, some fucking lard and some flour. And they're like, who wants to eat that in the morning?
Everyone in Southern America.
Right. Not that it tastes bad. Yeah. It's like, I'm confused that we're eating lard and fucking biscuits. It's fucking communism. I have nothing wrong. I have nothing to say about it. Sorry, communism is a great system.
Sorry, communists.
Yeah. This is a little rant, but if I go over to their country, I'm gonna pick on all their food.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over there. Oh, you're eating fucking eel pie?
Oh.
It smells like an 80-year-old woman's vagina.
You want to put mayonnaise on your French fries? You fuck.
Yeah, gravy on your I like gravy on my French fries.
I'll put gravy on anything, actually.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying that, and I'm sorry I didn't have a story made up, but that really irritated me.
No. Hey, that's great. I actually like that.
If you don't like biscuits and gravy, get the fuck out of our country.
Yeah, you fuckers.
Put your money in your shoe. Them gals down in Deep Elum got them Deep Elum blues. Oh, sweet mama, your daddy's got them Deep Elum blues. Oh, sweet mama, your daddy's got them Deep Elum blues. Oh, sweet mama, your daddy's got them Deep Elum blues.
One last track for you guys. This band no longer exists, so don't bother trying to look them up. They are an original Hardin County hardcore band, etc., etc., or etc. However you prefer to look at it. Enjoy.
just want to try sucking cock.
ZTO Radio. Stuff it in the bottom.
Cooked up, smoked up.
Stuff it in the bottom.
ZTO Radio. Do it in the butt.
Gun control. You love your guns? You own any?
ZTO Radio.
I'm selling to myself. I don't need to pay attention.
ZTO Radio.
Motherfucker.
Get your nipples prepared.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. How dare you? Do you know how much it costs to run a helicopter? I know a little bit what I hear and then what I know, what I think, what I see. Think what I see. Think what I see. Say it out.
I have giant Caucasian balls.
How dare you?
Ready? Nipples, go.
Alcohol. Gun control. You love your guns? You own any? Alcohol. Who gives a fuck? It's a beautiful time of the year. Motherfucker. Stromboli. Always watch what the fuck you say.